After starving at sea for 5 days, her husband suddenly began staring at their child. Then he reached out to grab the kid. Mary's maternal instinct exploded. She grabbed a stick without hesitation and struck the man hard. To make sure nothing went wrong, Mary refused to stop, not until she confirmed that the beast had completely stopped breathing. Only then did she push him into the sea. Mary was terrified too, but she knew she had to protect her children. After that, it was only her and the 2 kids, drifting aimlessly on the open sea. It was a long and desperate stretch of time. No one knew how long it had been. Just when they were about to starve to death, Mary suddenly spotted a small island ahead. For the first time, she felt hope, but the waves grew stronger, as if the ocean refused to let them survive. Mary clenched her teeth and paddled with everything she had, until they finally reached the island. Mary could hardly believe what she was seeing. She used the sail to build a simple tent. After everything was set up, she took the kids to search for food. To her surprise, the island was full of wild fruit and even had a steady source of fresh water. But just as Mary felt relieved, a storm suddenly rolled in. She rushed back to the tent with the children, only to find the flimsy shelter could not withstand the heavy rain. She wrapped the kids in blankets, while she let the rain and wind beat against her, and they barely made it through the night. The next day, she took the kids to explore more of the island, and luck finally came. They stumbled upon a small thatched hut. It was worn down, but with some fixing, it could become a decent shelter. Time flew by, the children grew into teenagers, and they adapted to a life almost as primitive as early humans. To make sure they never forgot the civilized world, Mary taught them to read every day and told them stories about traditions and culture. She thought they would live happily like this forever, until another sudden storm shattered the peace. A huge hole opened in the roof. To keep the kids from getting soaked, Mary climbed up alone to fix it. But that single act led to her catching pneumonia. With no medical help on the island, her body grew weaker, and she knew her time was running out. So she told Richard he must take care of Annie, and if they were never rescued when grown, they should become husband and wife and keep the bloodline going, because Richard was adopted and not blood-related. Mary then chose a spot for her grave and passed away. 10 years went by in a flash. Richard became a handsome young man, and Annie became beautiful. One morning, Annie woke up and found a pool of blood beneath her. She was terrified, but soon calmed down, remembering what Mary once taught her. This was the sign of becoming a woman. She wanted to tell Richard, but he suddenly seemed unusually shy, constantly trying to hide his lower body. Annie was confused. She had no idea Richard was struggling. Every time he looked at Annie's bright, innocent face, a strange feeling surged inside him, like a wild animal pacing inside his body. As they grew older, they began arguing over small things. One day, Richard stormed off and left home. Annie waited all night, but he never returned. So she rushed out to look for him and found him dirty and exhausted. Only then did they both realize how important they were to each other. So on the calm ocean, they confessed their love. They thought happiness would continue forever. But one day, a ship suddenly appeared on the horizon, ready to shatter their peaceful world.